Genghis Khan, originally named Temujin, was born in 1162 in the vast and unforgiving Mongolian steppes. According to legend, he was born clutching a blood clot in his fist, a sign that he was destined for greatness. His father, Yesugei, was a chieftain of the Borujin clan, a powerful Mongol tribe. However, the steppes were a land of constant tribal warfare, and no leader's power was ever secure. Even from birth, Temujin's life was set on a path of struggle and survival, shaping him into the formidable warrior he would become. At the age of 9, Temujin was engaged to a young girl named Borte, the daughter of a tribal leader. While traveling back home after securing the arrangement, his father was poisoned by rival Tatar tribesmen. This sudden loss of leadership caused Temujin's family to fall from power, and they were abandoned by their own clan, left to fend for themselves in the unforgiving wilderness. Holin, his mother, was a woman of great strength and resilience, teaching her children how to survive by hunting and fishing. These harsh years forged Temujin's willpower, teaching him the value of endurance and self-reliance. As a teenager, Temujin was captured by the Taichi Ud tribe, former allies of his father. They viewed him as a potential threat and enslaved him, locking him in a heavy wooden kangway, stockade, to prevent his escape. However, with the help of a sympathetic guard, he managed to break free and fled into the night, hiding in the vast steppes. This experience left him with a deep understanding of betrayal, loyalty, and the importance of rewarding those who stood by him, a principle he would later use to build an unstoppable army. Determined to reclaim his place among the Mongols, Temujin began forging alliances. He sought the support of Togrul Khan, Wang Khan, of the Karat tribe, a powerful Mongol leader who had once been an ally of his father. Additionally, he reunited with his childhood blood brother, Jamukha, a charismatic and ambitious warrior. With their combined forces, Temujin was able to rescue his wife Borte, who had been kidnapped by the Merkit tribe. This daring raid marked his first military success, proving his ability to lead warriors into battle. However, as Temujin's influence grew, so did tensions between him and Jamukha. Unlike traditional Mongol leaders, Temujin promoted warriors based on merit rather than noble lineage. This revolutionary approach won him many loyal followers, but alienated the Mongol aristocracy. In 1187, Jamukha gathered an army to crush him. The two former blood brothers clashed at the Battle of Dalan Balzut, where Temujin's forces, though outnumbered, fought fiercely. Despite their efforts, they were eventually defeated, and Jamukha brutally executed 5,000 of Temujin's men, boiling them alive or beheading them. Although he suffered defeat, Temujin did not lose hope. Instead, he retreated, learned from his mistakes, and began rebuilding his forces in exile. Over the next decade, he refined his military strategies, implementing strict discipline, superior battlefield tactics, and innovative leadership methods. Unlike traditional Mongol warbands, which were based on tribal loyalties, Temujin structured his army around loyalty, skill, and organization, ensuring that no warrior fought only for personal gain, but for the greater cause of Mongol unity. By the early 1200s, Temujin had gathered enough strength to systematically defeat his enemies, including the powerful Naimans, Tatars, Merkits, and Karaites. His key military advantage lay in the Mongol cavalry, skilled horsemen who could strike with speed and precision. He also employed psychological warfare, using deception, intimidation, and strategic retreats to lure enemies into traps. Slowly, he eliminated all rival Mongol factions and consolidated power. In 1206, a Grand Kurultai tribal assembly was held, where all Mongol leaders and warriors gathered. It was at this momentous event that Temujin was formally proclaimed Genghis Khan, universal ruler of all Mongols. Clad in battle-worn armor, he stood before his people as the leader who had done what no Mongol before him had achieved, uniting the once fractured tribes into a single unstoppable force. His rise to power was not merely the result of conquest, but of his vision, adaptability, and absolute determination. With the Mongol nation now united under his rule, Genghis Khan turned his gaze beyond the steppes. His next ambition was to expand Mongol influence across the world, leading to an era of warfare, conquest, and empire building that would change history forever. The steppe warrior who had once been abandoned as a child was now the most powerful leader on the vast plains of Central Asia. ready to unleash the full force of the Mongol horde upon the world.